Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this, and they want to link them together. And whoever drew this kind of made it where this linked together with spaces between. You know, this would almost trace. It's huge, so let's try that first. I've already done it. I don't have to trace it, but I'm just going to see outline trace clip art, see what it does. I didn't try it. And I'm going to remove background from entire image, and I'm going to move it over. That's pretty good. I mean, it's going to be a little bit off, but if we go and see the lines aren't perfectly square, um, but it would work if we go to object, group, and ungroup, and then get rid of this brown matter. On some of these places, it's a little square. I think that's really it. Let's left click, right click. It's really pretty good. I wish I would have tried to just do that, but you can notice the nodes are rounded, and maybe if we take all the nodes and right click and turn them into a line. Nope, not going to work. So a lot of not going to work. So I drew it. I even got them to link together. It's really pretty easy. I didn't get it on my first try. I had to change my dimensions, and let me see where my page is. There's my page. So I'm going to put this in the center of the page. And that's how basically I drew it. And it's really pretty easy. So, and I didn't, be honest with you, I didn't get it on my first try. I'm going to see how big this, let me ungroup it. I think I made this red line. Well, it's 10.33, but I think I made it 10 inches. So I'm going to make a 10-inch square and hit P. With my ratio locked, I'm going to make it 10. And then what I did on the next one, I had to measure with my parallel dimension tool from that node to that node, and we come up with 4.14 or 14.14. So I made a rectangle that is, with my ratio unlocked, I'm going to make it 14.14 by 6. And I did it by 5 at first, and it didn't work. You know, and that looks really huge. But then I took this, and I very seldom ever use chamfered corners. But since it's 6 inches, I can do it 3, and I get that. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page, and I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. So it fits perfectly. So we're going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to contour it. Go to Object, no, excuse me, go to Effects and Contour to the inside 0.75, and I get that. I'm going to go to Object and break the contour apart. And then what I'm going to do, I want to make those lines thicker. So I'm going to grab them both, and I'm going to go 8 points. That's about right. You could actually make them a little bit thicker, but that's fine. I'm going to go to Object and convert the outlines to an object. I'm going to left click, right click, and that's going to get us our space. I'm going to go ahead and group this together, Control G, and I'm going to hit P, Control D, and rotate it 90 degrees. Now here's where I kind of messed up because it wouldn't fit. So I'm going to turn this one to 0. Whoa. I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. I want it like that, 135 degrees. And then I put P. I'm going to set my nudge factor now on like 0.5. And I'm going to grab this and I'm going to nudge it down. And I'm going to put an indexing line in the center of the page both ways, because I want this to be not touching. And let me look at my original. That's about what I did. So now we can take this one, Control D, alternate C, and rotate it. If you're not good at math, do plus 90 degrees. Control D, Control D. Okay. Now I'm going to make the box the original. You can see my lines are outside the box. I'm going to grab my red line. You can see I got my red line. I'm going to hold down my shift key so I can get that right there. Now, this is a kind of a lot of work, but it really works out. And just kind of think about over, under, like a underpass in a highway. So we're going to take our virtual segment of delete key and we're going to make this one go over. So if that one goes over, the next one has to go. Okay, if you hold down your Alt key, you'll draw a line. And then just continue to this side. So if that one went under, this one's going to go over. And if that one went over, this one has to go under. And then just kind of imagine here, this one is under, so this one has to come over. And that part's done. So, we could almost rotate this thing. But since this is under, this is going to be over. And then I would just continue on that line. If that's over, this one has to go under. I'm holding down the Alt key so I can draw straight. So if this one is under, this one has to go over. And see, the other ones are under. And it's amazing. You think it's taking a long time, but you're almost halfway done. So if that one's going, you know what, I'm going to get rid of the indexing line for a second. This one's going over. This one has to go, well, this one's over, so this has to go under. It's already there. So this has to go, see, that's going to mess it up because this one's already over. Let me see what the original of the one I did. See, they're all over, under. So I might have done something wrong. So that is over. This one has to go under. Sometimes you get a little bit confused. Yeah, there we go. So if that one is over, this one has to go under. And since that's over, this is going to go under. And since this is over, this is going to have to go under. And see, that one matches up with that. And then just keep going. This is under, so this is going to be over. If this is under, this has to be over. This has to be under. Since this is under, this has to be oval, under. Now we're underneath that one, so we have to go over this one. And then right here, we've got two over, so this has to be going under. Almost done. I got one more line there to get rid of. And then since this is over, this has to go under. And I'm keeping my red line. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut these lines away just so they won't interfere with thinking about it. I don't see any double lines, and we'll find out pretty quick. So now I'm going to group this together. Control G. I'm going to use my Smart Fill tool. You know what? I'm going to do blue so you can see it better. So then just start filling in all the parts. And if you see, like right there, you got to fill in that little part. Okay, there's a cross line. So let me back up. I missed one. So if that one's over, this one has to come. Well, that's under. That's under. That's, yeah, the other one's over up top. Okay. Now we should be good. Get your Smart Fill tool back. Fill in that. So we're filling in all the parts, and the separation line is what we contoured. Believe me, I did not do it this fast the first time. Well, one, because I didn't know the measurement. So the reason I grouped everything together, let me set my nudge factor on like 15 inches. And since this is a group, we can do that right there. Now what we can do is actually, we're gonna have to cut some lines again, but left click, right click. Okay, I missed a part, so we can very easily fill that in, and left click, right click. We got to have those parts. So now I'm going to group this together, Control G, and we are at 10.534. 10.534. And I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate, or really the plus key. And see, those lines we're going to have to cut, but if you do them now, they won't be in the way later. That's just where the separation is. Then I would go ahead and group this together, Control G, same measurement, hit the plus key, and we're going to have to, we can do them all at one time. I'm just going to do another one. So I'm making a big square of them. So I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key, and that's just the way it has to be. I can't think of any way to do it any better or faster. And there you have it. Now, hopefully, we can group this together, Control G, and turn them all. Well, see, the ones we cut aren't, didn't fill in, but we got our Smart Fill tool right now. We'll go ahead and set it on that yellow, and we'll just fill these in real quick. For some reason, they don't fill. I think it's because maybe I didn't weld it. Maybe I should have welded it, and that you can try that. For the one I don't expect anybody else to draw this, because it's just, it would be a good, it would be kind of a good grate for like an air vent, because you'd have all these cut lines. And then let's select it all and right click, no outline. And look at that. Now let's put a black box behind it so the yellow just shows off. Pretty cool. My spacing right there is a little off. I don't know what I could have done differently. Maybe I bet I didn't have one of the yellows filled in like right there. Well, now it's too late to put it in there. I could start over, but I think the person I'm doing it for will get the idea. Yeah. So I just missed that little yellow part, or blue at the time. Anyway, I think I did it right the first time. Yep, all the spacing's the same. Pretty cool design. And what I was saying about you could make a grate out of this, if you take away the black box and take away the fill and add red hairlines, that would cut out and would all be together. For some reason, some of the lines look like they're double lined, but they're not, I don't think. Anyway, I hope that helped. Well, I got one line I didn't cut. And this probably would have welded. I should have tried it. Anyway, I think it looks almost exactly like the other one. I did do it I did it one time at 5 inches instead of 6. Tell you what I'm going to do is ungroup this. My computer's slowing down because for some reason there's double lines right there. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.